Good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman. A very happy Friday to you. Well, the fire victims in California are scrambling to file claims with their insurance companies, and some are getting some disturbing news. Many of the families that had fire insurance are finding out now they won't be able to recover the full value of their losses. Gary Harper explains why.
Yeah, you have to prepare before your house is ever destroyed by a fire or a flood. It doesn't matter, whatever. And it all begins with using your cell phone. Thousands of people lost just about everything in the fires around Los Angeles.
This is crazy. There's a fire right outside our car.
Our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to everybody affected by the wildfires in Southern California.
Steve Baldwin is a spokesman for State Farm Insurance and says there are a lot of things that homeowners can learn from the horrific fires in California, and it starts prior to needing insurance. What should you do as a homeowner before a disaster strikes? There's some planning that needs to go into it.
Good wildfire planning, starts long before a fire occurs. It's very important to, create a home inventory.
A home inventory. Now that means walking around your home, room to room, and taking video of all your items inside. Make sure to include furniture, electronics, jewelry, anything of value that you could lose in a disaster. You can also take individual photos of the items. Write down model and serial numbers of electronics and keep your receipts for pricey items. Some victims on TikTok say they're now learning the hard way when talking with their adjuster.
But I just bought an 80-inch Samsung TV that was worth $2,000. Well, do you have a receipt? No, that was burned up. Well, electronics also depreciate, so we're probably going to give you about $200 for that TV. Well, I just got it for Christmas. Well, you don't have a receipt unless you can provide us a receipt. And remember, TVs do depreciate.
Include your closet and document basics, like how many pairs of jeans or sneakers you have, and make note of any that are particularly valuable and keep it updated.
I think, throughout the year, review your items, your personal belongings with your family members. Ensure that you have everything categorized.
And there are free apps out there that can walk you through the process while you're collecting and documenting everything. And when you build the inventory, keep a copy of it in a safe place outside the home, like at work or in a safety deposit box. Or you can upload it to the cloud online. The inventory won't do you any good if it's lost in a disaster. And if you don't want to use an app to document everything, you can go online and find plenty of templates to help you walk you through the process when it comes to documenting everything. In Phoenix, I'm Gary Harper.
And to our next story for this evening, the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, is the official form to apply for federal financial aid to help you pay for college. Last year, students and their families had to deal with a FAFSA failure so disastrous that Congress stepped in to drag the Department of Education into an investigative hearing. Don G is here to let you know that it is time to fill out the new simplified application and show you that it finally works to help college students and their families make ends meet.
Going to college. It's one of the most exciting and most significant times in a student's life. It can also be one of the most confusing and most terrifying if you have to find a way to pay the thousands of dollars it will cost. That's why having a federal student aid system that works is critical.
The FAFSA opened at the end of November, which was a little earlier than people predicted.
Jennifer Finetti is a college finance expert with Scholarship Owl, a personalized scholarship matching and management service tool. Finetti closely watched the rollout of the FAFSA Simplification Act, its problems, and now successes as students are able to complete the new financial aid form without all the malfunctions that came along with the latest application.
The new FAFSA that launched last year and that continues this year has reduced the number of questions from 108 down to just 36.
The launch was filled with technical glitches that caused delays, locking families out of the form, leaving families in the dark about their options to pay for college. Colleges and universities were unable to send aid packages, and millions of students were left in limbo with no idea how much they had to pay for college or if they could even go. The head of the Federal Student Aid Office stepped down from his position after the botched rollout of the new financial aid form. The good news for the 2025-26 school year:
the main thing for students to understand is that, the FAFSA is open, those glitches have been worked out, and if they haven't submitted the FAFSA yet, they should do so as soon as possible.
The key to a chance at free money for your education is filling out the FAFSA.
Submitting the FAFSA, that will help you get federal and state need-based grant aid. Another way to get free money is, of course, to apply for scholarships. So if you don't submit the FAFSA, they will assume you're fully able to self-pay, and you may miss out on scholarships that you could have qualified for if you had only submitted the FAFSA.
It also makes you eligible for student loans, but it takes the average student 20 years to pay off their student debt.
I highly discourage students from taking student loans out if they can possibly avoid it.
Finetti stresses grants, work study, and scholarships are a better way to make ends meet.
You don't know for sure until you apply, and it doesn't cost you anything to apply, so why wouldn't you? The FAFSA is only good for 1 year, so you do have to submit it every single year.
Filling out the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, should be a straightforward and easy process this year. The number of questions are reduced from 108 down to just 36. Your tax information is taken right from the IRS. You can fill the form out online. You need to do it now. Don't wait. Don't miss the deadline for your career school or college or university. Helping you make ends meet. I'm Dawn G.
For now, we will leave you with a live look from our Mount Bigelow camera. Again, a very happy Friday to all of you. We hope you have an awesome weekend, and we hope you'll join us for 13 News Live at 9 and 10. Have a good night.